Dawn over Pictou County, Nova Scotia. A helicopter's hum drifts above endless spruce and hardwood. At 10 a.m., May 2, 2025. A mother's voice trembles through a 911 call. Lily Sullivan, age 6. Jack Sullivan, age 4. Last seen near Gairloch Road, Lansdowne Station. The RCMP's first public statement is cautious. Early belief is the children wandered away from home. At this time, no evidence of abduction. They lived with their mother, Malihia Brooks Murray, and stepfather, Daniel Martel, on an isolated off-grid property, heavy woods, steep banks, brush so thick it swallows the light. The children are Mi'kmaq from Sipekne'katik First Nation. Their disappearance triggers growing public pressure and pointed questions over missing child alert protocols. Investigators say their last confirmed sighting was May 1, in public with family members, though the location has never been disclosed. On camera, an RCMP spokesperson insists, "We continue to work day and night on this file." The image cuts to a silent, half-open sliding door. If they walked out, why did the forest give nothing back? May 2, 12:25 p.m. The RCMP issues a public notice and a vulnerable persons advisory. By May 3, the ground teams are moving. K-9 units, drones, helicopter sweeps. The search perimeter widens. Volunteers are told to stay clear of operational zones. May 5 through 7, more than 150 personnel in the field. The weather turns against them. Officials warn, survival chances are now slim, given the children's ages and the conditions. The map boards along Gairloch Road fill with sectors, creek lines, and red marks over steep, unyielding terrain. Brush thick enough to hide everything, including the truth. On June 11, the RCMP outlines its intensive approach. 54 formal interviews. Polygraph tests. Hundreds of hours of video. 488 tips assessed. Multiple judicial authorizations to seize and examine devices. Corporal Sandy Matheru tells reporters, everything is meticulously scrutinized, and late may bring targeted air sweeps and renewed ground searches. Still, no trace. The children's mother pleads on camera, "We just want them home." Their stepfather, Daniel Martel, tells reporters he believes they were kidnapped and insists he's cooperating fully. Police respond, there is no evidence of abduction. Relatives and community groups take to social media, sharing photos, timelines, and prayers. Investigators confirm one thing: the children were seen alive with family on May 1. The stepfather tells CBC there is surveillance footage from New Glasgow, though police withhold the location. If they were seen alive on May 1 st, what happened in the unaccounted hours before May 2 at 10 a.m.? Beat. And why did the door make no sound? The title frame appears, a disclaimer fills the screen. Dramatized composite commentary based on public reporting. No charges have been laid, all parties deny wrongdoing. In this telling, the phrase is a frame, not a fact. She took off and broke her relationship with Daniel. Exposed RCMP secrets to a new detective. A retired detective, speaking as a composite voice for those who've followed the case, reacts to what was said, and what was left unsaid. A family confidant, in paraphrase, recalls tensions in the days after the search began. From there, the theories split. If abduction, was this opportunistic? Or targeted? Routes in and out of Gairloch Road lead to Highway 4, and the 104 corridor. Morning light, low guardianship, dense cover, the criminological profile says these are risk factors. If wander-off misadventure, children in woods rarely travel far. They're drawn to water, sometimes hidden under brush. But here, after the largest search the county has seen, nothing. Not a shoe. Not a scrap of clothing. If foul play within the circle, statistics say many missing child cases begin close to home. But here, there are no arrests, no charges. And the RCMP says all possibilities remain on the table. Investigators have revealed numbers, interviews, polygraphs, seized devices, but hold back the rest. Exact video locations, the contents of forensics, the full polygraph context, all sealed to test the truth of incoming tips. Public pressure grows. Timelines are dissected. Calls for an inquiry echo. By mid-June, the province offers up to $150,000 for information. Hundreds of hours of video. Dozens of interviews. Still no trace. Beat. If you were in or near where New do we Glasgow, go when the map runs Road,
out?
or Lansdowne Station on May 1st to 2nd, 2025, and saw anything, contact Nova Scotia RCMP or Crime Stoppers. Base this on official appeals. rcmp-grc.gc.ca. Appendix for your narrator/host, use as VO guides. Verified quotes you can use, attribute and date in captions. RCMP, news release, we continue to work day and night on this file. S/Sergeant McKinnon, early May update. rcmp-grc.gc.ca. RCMP, June 11th update, accessing, evaluating and analyzing a significant volume of information, meticulous, ly scrutinized. Corporal Sandy Matthew. Wikipedia. Media line, The Guardian, Canadian police scale back search, chances of finding the children alive are low, framed as reporting, not agency quote, use carefully with attribution. The Guardian. Mother to CTV, May 3rd, we just want them home, clip reference. Wikipedia. Places for dramatized/composite quotes, clearly labeled in script as dramatization. A retired detective reacting to the silent sliding door and search anomalies. A search and rescue expert describing typical child movement patterns in dense forest. Generalized expertise, no case secrets. B-roll checklist. RCMP command post signage, drone footage analogs, dense underbrush, creek lines, terrain maps, search grids, respectful family photos only when publicly shared by outlets/platforms that permit reuse or request permission. Lower thirds you'll need. Dates and locations for each timeline beat, official titles and outlets for quotes, dramatization tag on any composite commentary. What not to assert, legal/ethical guardrails. Do not state or imply criminal culpability by Malihia Brooks-Murray or Daniel Martel, or any named person. No one has been charged as of this date. Wikipedia. Do not claim abduction or accident as established fact, present each as a scenario with pros/cons from available evidence and investigative statements. As of August 15, 2025, Lilly and Jack Sullivan are still missing. No charges announced. The investigation continues. The $150,000 reward stands. The timeline is short, but it's everything. April 30th, a PD day, no school. May 1st, seen in public with family, location undisclosed. May 2nd, 10 a.m., the 911 call. Missing from Gairloch Road. Advisory issued by noon. May 3rd to 7th, a search on a scale rarely seen here. Major crimes join the file. May 16th to 31st, targeted ground and air sweeps. June 11th, the RCMP's intensive approach update. June 19th, the provincial reward goes public. On screen, an ethics card reminds the viewer. Never name uncharged individuals as perpetrators. Distinguish fact from dramatization. Center the story on the children and the community they belong to. And the questions remain. Why no trace, despite K9, drones, helicopter, and targeted research? What exactly does the May 1st surveillance show, and where? What, if anything, was found in the seized devices? The forest has kept its silence. The door is still open. And two small names still hang in the air. Lilly. Jack. Alerting protocols. Should there have been a broader alert earlier? Community debate. The Guardian. Section E, call to action, responsible.
A third theory, the one most often whispered online, suggests someone known to the children was involved. But no charges have been laid, and the presumption of innocence applies. Polygraphs have been part of this investigation, but their results are limited in evidentiary weight. And then there's the institutional lens, debates over Amber Alert timing, the moment the search was scaled back, and what police mean when they call something suspicious. Inside Pictou County and the broader community, grief has been joined by mistrust. Calls for better alert systems continue. And the ethical obligation remains, to tell this story without naming uncharged individuals as perpetrators, to keep the focus where it belongs, on 2 missing children. If you know something, the RCMP tip line and Nova Scotia's rewards program remain open. Share only verified information. Avoid fueling the harm of rumor. For this investigation, our information draws from a combination of official statements, public records, and verified reporting. From the RCMP, the initial missing advisory issued May 2nd and 3rd, followed by regular search updates, a public appeal for video footage, and their later intensive approach briefing, which included the number of interviews conducted and tips received. From the Government of Nova Scotia, the standing notice on the major Unsolved Crimes Rewards Program, offering up to $150,000 for information of investigative value. From Trusted Reporting, The Guardian's coverage of the search scaleback and its scope. People magazine's reporting on the size of the search and survival concerns in the terrain. CBC's coverage and YouTube explainer segments, which set the broader media context. From Polygraph coverage, a Newsweek report and policing trade sources, noting the RCMP's use of polygraph interviews in missing persons investigations. And from Daniel's own public statements, recorded interviews and segments in which he claims to have taken and passed a polygraph. As of August 14, these are presented strictly as his claim. The disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan remains an open case. No charges have been filed. There is no trial. Officially, it is still classified as an unsolved disappearance. The RCMP insists the investigation is active, involving multiple units, multiple agencies, and an ongoing review of every tip, every video frame, every potential lead. They are still asking the public to come forward, and the reward, up to $150,000, remains in place. For the sake of narrative color, we present a few dramatized lines, clearly marked as such. A judge, this court reminds all parties, conjecture outside evidence is fine. Daniel, in a fictional affidavit, I surrendered devices, timelines, and statements. And Lilly and Jack's mother, I am afraid. But outside the dramatization, the questions persist. One theory says the children wandered and succumbed to the elements, a possibility supported by some of the RCMP's early language. Yet the massive, saturation-level search turned up nothing, no clothing, no remains, no trace. Another theory points to a stranger, or an opportunistic abduction. RCMP say there's no evidence to confirm that, but they have kept all scenarios on the table. Rural surveillance gaps make this hard to rule out.